At the other guard position, Lillard. At the other forward position, Giannis Antetokounmpo. The head coach of the visiting team is Doc Rivers. Now, let's meet the starting five for your Chicago Bulls. At forward, 6'7", number 44, Patrick Williams. A 6'6" guard, number 2, Lonzo Ball. A 6'10" center, number 9, Nikola Vucevic. At guard, 6'6", number 8, Zach LaVine. At the small forward position, at 6'6", number 11, DeMar DeRozanin. The head coach of your home team. This is
TGIF, everyone. Now let's take a look at the Bucks opening lineup. Filling out the wings, it's Beasley and Middleton. Giannis and Lopez together down low. And it's Lillard in at the 1. And for Chicago, on the wings, it's the dynamite pair of Levine and DeRozan. Williams and Vucevic patrol the inside. And it's Ball in at the 1. Well, Grant, when you look at these teams, both very scrappy. They're really getting after it on defense right now.
And I love it. I mean, it's actually really refreshing to see. Being that the league has shifted more to being offensive-oriented, this matchup has a bit of an old-school feel to it. So you know I like that. It's going to be fun.
Ball taking his time here. Pass to DeRozan. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Defensive foul.
DeRozan has that old-school game, a throwback wing. He's not just a three-point chucker, and that makes him a different kind of matchup.
Lillard can't get it to go, and it's Levine with the ball for the Bulls. It's a three-point game, and that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That's his first foul of the game. Ball finds Williams. Back to Ball. Here's Vucevic. Goes up again, and he lays it in.
Yeah, you know, one of the best parts of Nikola Vucevic's game is his great body, excellent hands, and the high motor makes him an outstanding rebounder.
And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
And just over a minute played here to start the game. Here's Levine. Antetokounmpo with the block.
The reach, the athleticism, the timing, no surprise Giannis swatted that one away.
And Grant, a positive for the Bulls over the last few seasons. They work hard to get good shots.
Well, B.A., that's definitely part of their DNA. They've had the personnel to do it, and guys who are disciplined and patient.
That one's off.
2 shots.
Good on the second one.
He is creeping up in those all-time conversations. Giannis has won regular season and Finals MVP plus Defensive Player of the Year. Quite the resume, and he is not done for a while, folks.
Now here's Vucevic. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
Comfortable operating near the basket. Vucevic has size plus touch. That's a nice recipe for scoring in multiple ways.
And the Bucks miss again. For Chicago, they've gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Here's Levine. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him.
And despite the defender's length, he goes right up from the mid-range.
You know, guys, if they're inside, that shot probably gets blocked. But from mid-range, I mean, he's able to get it off over the bigger defender there.
Now here's DeRozan. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Pass to Beasley. Out to Lillard. Fires the three. Lillard can't get that one to fall.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look. He was so well positioned to interfere with the shot.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on it, that's going to be the result.
Chicago making some changes. Caruso, he's checked in for Levine. And it's White in for Ball.
In terms of players who've kept evolving, Clark, I mean, come on. How about Brook Lopez?
Well, Grant, I love the fact that he never stopped improving his game. He folded three-point shooting into his arsenal, and he also became a much more active and intimidating rim protector.
Lillard gets so much lift on his three-pointers, it's almost effortless how he shoots.
Rejected by Lopez. Middleton finds Antetokounmpo. Over DeRozan. Beasley. Caruso grabs the board. Chicago has gone 0 for 2 from outside. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Lillard comes with a double. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Too easy for Vucevic. I mean, at his size and with his skill set, I mean, he's a threat down there.
For three, here's Lillard. And another three for Milwaukee.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
It's all tied in Chicago. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break.
11. The Bucks, 11.
And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. The heavyweights for this team, Middleton and Giannis at forward. Damian Lillard out there with Malik Beasley. And it's Lopez in at the 5. And Chris Middleton gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to White. And he lobs it up top. And Drummond with the jam.
How about the superb anticipation from Drummond, sensing the opportunity to go for the alley-oop and then converting in style.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, the Bulls back in 2021 shifting the roster towards a more veteran win-now look. They've pushed their chips into the middle. Now they're trying to find their way into contention. All-star forward DeMar DeRozan said, quote, "We've got to go out there and compete. If we want this thing, we have to go after it." Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. They lead by 4. And at home for the next game, it'll be Charlotte pulling in to face him. And that's a one-game homestand. The feed! The jam! Giannis! And Grant, as someone whose career spanned eras, you feel playing defense is more difficult than it was 2 decades ago?
Oh, BA, it's much more difficult. In part because the contact allowed is much more strict. Shooters can create contact and be rewarded with free throws, and the skill level on offense has truly raised. It makes it tough for the defender to really get down and play that tough-nosed defense.
And with balloting underway, a chance to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting.
Well, it's so interesting to see where the players stack up right now.
You look at Antetokounmpo, he's got the lead in the East as votes for him just continue to pour in.
Making the team at all is a privilege for these guys, but winning the top spot in the voting would make it that much more special.
It's shaping up to be a terrific All-Star weekend. More news to come as we receive it. For 3, here's Lillard, and it's Dosunmu with the rebound.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
DeRozan finds White. Tries again. The shot, no good. Good D by Antetokounmpo. For 3, here's Lillard. Striking from deep range. Dame.
Yeah, Lillard is relentless on offense tonight, getting bucket after bucket for his team.
Oh, stolen by Lillard. 1:16 left in the first half of basketball. Inside. And it's Lopez with the jam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
This is intelligent basketball. Forcing a turnover and then immediately starting the fast break.
For Chicago, they've gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Pass to Drummond. Will it go? And again, Chicago, no good. Williams against Lillard. 29 seconds left in the first half. 6 on the shot clock. And he's going for the lob. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
Well, Chicago's shooting around 33%. Not the best offensive efficiency. Fires from the line. And it's DeRozan missing. And here's Lillard. And Giannis with the dunk.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. Love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Just a big-time effort for Damian Lillard, providing a lot of energy for Milwaukee. Moving the rock and looking for a shot. It's clear he's in a good rhythm. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Well, thank you, guys. Doc Rivers here with us now. Coach, you're ahead at the half. What was the difference?
We got stops throughout running a little bit, and then we had great spacing against the zone. You know, listen, we started making shots. That always helps.
It sure does. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They trailed by as many as 6 points in the first period. And that'll do it for our halftime report.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Damian Lillard.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. DeRozan and Miller in at the forward slots. Ball runs point with Levine flanking him. And it's Vucevic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Billy Donovan, getting going here in the second half. Out to Lillard. There's the triple. Drains the triple. Lillard's got 18 points in the game.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Antetokounmpo, another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Brook Lopez. First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Chicago.
First one falls for him.
DeRozan.
That one's no good. And in deciding against lowering the minimum age for the NBA draft, Grant, do you think it's fair to 17 and 18-year-olds who want to go pro?
You know, B.A., I do think it's fair. I mean, there are other avenues in today's basketball environment where compensation for these guys is possible. You have the overseas route. You have the G League Ignite. And, of course, now colleges have the NIL, so that's huge.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, Zach LaVine talked about his path to stardom. He said, quote, "I've always viewed myself as a top-tier player, and I put in the work. If you expect yourself to be here, it's something that you have to go out and show each and every day. I feel like I've done that." Brian, that confidence was there from day one.
He's big time, Allie. Thanks for that. Shot clock at 6. Lillard passes to Lopez. Ball with the rebound. The Bulls have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. And the power finish by Vucevic.
And when Ball has the ball, it's in good hands. He can run the offense, no doubt.
For 3, here's Lillard. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Counted. Ball's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Their offense sort of clawing back to respectability. Let's see if they can keep building on this.
And he lobs it up. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Giannis always trying to impact the game at both ends, but really has become a workhorse on the offensive end.
Ball outside. 1:10 left in the third. DeRozan right in the heart of the D.
And after a rough first half, they're finally finding a nice groove here.
Lillard against Williams. To the inside. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Lillard's passing game, a thing of beauty. Got that ball to a guy who had a quality look and got it to him on time.
Ball passes to DeRozan. From the elbow. And there's another one for the Bulls.
Tell you what, guys, this has clearly been his half. When he's getting to his spot, shooting the ball with confidence, excellent turnaround for him.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Lillard against Ball. Ooh, the deft touch on the lob.
And the Greek freak, boy, I tell you, certainly gets the green light. I mean, from that position especially. He's really developed into a nice scorer from that spot on the floor.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Just 4 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
Great box out. Walled him off and pulled it in.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Bucks on top, leading by 10. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Taking a look at the Bucks. At small and power forward, it'll be Middleton and Giannis. Malik Beasley is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Great job of closing the space and getting a hand up.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it. You know, with his handles, he excels at tricking up the defense and getting the good looks he wants.
Oh, there's the alley. And a fast break now for the Bulls. Pass to Ball. Now Levine. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time.
Mid-range, no problem for Levine. He easily adjusts his shot as needed.
Middleton with it. He's guarded by Caruso. Lillard against Ball. The 3. The shot by Lillard, no good.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
DeRozan with the power move.
Yeah, the first half was one to deep 6 or forget, but in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And so it's Levine with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Levine's got 6 in the quarter.
Oh, in pressure moments, he's a guy you trust to make big shots.
2 minutes remaining.
Lillard up top, pounded by Ball. And that's going to be a travel.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
Andre Drummond is checked in for DeRozan. Here's Levine. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Here's Lillard. Blocked.
Ball size and timing really an asset when it comes to him blocking shots.
Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Williams is checked in for Chicago. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Caruso.
In the past, opponents might try to send Giannis to the line in these situations. That trick doesn't work anymore. He's really improved as a free throw shooter. Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Lillard against Ball. Shot clock at 5. Launches it. And so the ball out of bounds. DeRozan touched it last.
Milwaukee ball.
50 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Clock at 6. With 1 on the clock. And there's the rejection.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
The defense needs to be just as sharp, but it's not over yet.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Ooh, he knocks down the clutch free throw.
Oh, tremendous composure at the line to tie things up and give them a shot at overtime.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Lillard deciding where to go with it. Clock at 4. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Antetokounmpo can't connect. Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. Score tied at 43. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Welcome to the court.
Let's take a moment to present the New Balance player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You know, honestly, I'm a bit in shock. I mean, he couldn't miss. Just look at this stat line. You got to really see it to believe it. Complete confidence and all-out effort from him. And, you know, he made sure this was his night in spades.
Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. We've got more in store for you right after this. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Williams and Vucevic patrol the inside. Kobe White out there with Dosunmu. And it's Caruso in at the 3 slot. Vucevic gets the bucket.
Vucevic is just a gamer, somebody who accepts the responsibility of coming up big when his team needs it.
The 3, here's Lillard. Lillard can't get that one to fall.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there. Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
Lillard outside. And a miss there on the triple.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
And he's going for the oop here. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Well, I tell you, the future of the Greek Freak is extremely bright. I mean, he really has shown the ability to deliver in important spots of game.
Some changes for Chicago. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Caruso, and it's Levine in for DeSumo. Here's DeRozan, and again, no good by Chicago. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. Lillard outside. From deep three-point land, Chicago grabs the miss. And stolen by Middleton. Pass to Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Williams defending. Antetokounmpo can't connect. And Chris Middleton gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator on a few of those free throws.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're up by 2. 5 ticks left in overtime. So it's the Bulls taking the W in a close one. They escape with the W, even though they needed a few extra minutes to pull it off.
And both teams gave their all. But when it came down to overtime, it was about who had more determination.
Thank you for cheering on.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
And get home safely.
All right, thank you so much.
Next time.
Booch, it's got to feel great to just get a win. How important was this one?
It was very important for us. We've had quite a bit of a rough stretch lately, a lot of losing, and it's not easy to deal with it, but tonight we came out, we got it done, and that's all that matters. Sometimes you need a game like this and kind of get going. It was a big win for us. We needed to add one more to the winning column, so big for us. I think helps with our confidence, so that was good for everybody.
It's great to know if you keep your head down, it'll pay off. Thanks so much, Booch.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching. We'll see you later.